Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of the Weekly Tall Talk. I'm Xavier, your host for tonight's episode, and I'm joined with my two lovely co-hosts.
Oh, that's very nice.
Ooh,
lovely.
Yeah.
I'll take that every day.
That's pretty good.
Cale,
No, it's all right. You're looking at the
Cale,
Yes, there we go. There we are.
Yeah.
Now
The audience
everything
can't tell that you
they
weren't
can't
looking
tell.
at the right people.
Yeah.
they can't tell.
Yeah.
Now they'll know now, but they better keep their mouths shut.
I mean, I get it. You're looking at two honkies with beards. Like it just
We do look
blend
like
in.
interchangeable.
Two beautiful men.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Don't sell
Wow.
yourself short.
Wow.
You're a freaking masterpiece.
Yeah, it's good to be back.
Which
guys.
one of us
Well,
are you asking how we're doing?
Oh,
We have to answer at the same time, I think.
yes.
I'm
doing good. It's been a couple months since we recorded again.
Yeah,
Every once in a while, we got together and recorded some
It's
other
been-
shows, and it's been fun.
Nice. That's good.
Yeah.
I think I picked it up. No, I didn't.
That's good enough.
Cale, Corey, how are you doing? It's been a while.
It has been a while.
It has been a while.
Doing pretty good. Yeah, we took a break from
Yeah.
recording, a little
Yeah.
bit of a hiatus. We've been working on some short stories and some episodes to round out the series.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, mostly just enjoyed that break time off
Yeah.
because when we weren't doing the show, we were doing our video game series on
Oh,
our
yeah.
YouTube channel.
That's
at,
right.
Tall Tale Network. If you want to see some Let's Plays, check that out.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've been cranking them out.
Yeah. It's been fun. It's been
Yeah,
a lot of fun.
Yeah, we've been talking about doing that content for quite a while. So we're really proud to be putting stuff out every
Yeah.
Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday.
Yeah, it's been
a
fun.
good transition for us. It's been a lot of fun.
Yeah.
We'll spend time together and play video games. I mean, this doesn't get much better than that. So
No.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
excellent.
And for a main job, I can't ask for more.
Yeah.
Yeah. But how about you, Cale?
Yeah, dude.
Doing well, guys. We're back in the command center.
Yes.
It's been a while. Been a while.
Back in the seats of my car.
We are. We're
That's
back
right,
in
yeah.
the car. We haven't been in the car in a while.
I know.
We were playing the games in your car, Xavier.
Oh, that's
But
right.
now we're back in Corey's car for recording.
Well, he has those
Oh.
screens on the back of the seats, so we
yeah.
each get to see it.
Yeah.
It's pretty nice.
That's pretty
That's
nice.
right.
futuristic.
Yeah. Yeah.
Pimp my ride. I wish that show was still on. They were like, we got you a flat screen. It was like 6 inches.
And it's in the
Hell
trunk.
yeah.
It's in the
It's
trunk.
in
It's
the
like,
trunk.
yeah, dude, whenever you want to party, just pull over to the side of the road and play right here. What? No, but pin my ride aside. Things have been good, dude.
Good,
like you
man.
said, we've been spending time together doing the video game series, and that's been a lot of fun. That's been a
Yeah.
pretty flawless, like, kind of transition for our time the past couple months, and it's been a lot of fun. And hopefully people have been checking it out. We're getting a little traction on our YouTube, so that's always nice. We appreciate that
Yeah,
for
absolutely.
sure. And now we're back in
Back in our story time.
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
Maxima again.
Ready for more horrific would you
just
rather?
Yeah. Exactly.
Terrible things are coming. That has not changed.
No, that has not changed. But it's good to get back into that. It's nice to come back to this story because we have a story for you guys out there listening.
But how are you doing though?
Oh, how I'm doing?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm good. I'm doing
Okay,
good. Yeah. Oh, I forgot to talk about that.
Yeah.
It's
People want
important.
to know about you.
Yes,
You're the host.
It's true.
yeah.
Most people come back here to hear your voice.
That's
No.
true. Or I just sound exactly the same. So
Yeah.
they're like, who's that other guy? That sounds better.
Who's the guy who doesn't have the raptor laugh? I like him.
The raptor.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, I've been doing good. I've been enjoying, like I said, enjoying doing the gaming stuff, and now we're gonna get back into this. This is gonna be great because we have a story tonight.
Oh,
We
yeah.
do
here
have
we
a
go.
story.
Yeah,
Came
which
back.
is great.
Back in action.
So before we get into our would you rather, let's dive into the story.
Ooh,
Let's do it.
let's do it.
In the not too distant future, 400 million years from now, humanity is ready to leave our solar system in a desperate bid to save our species and way of life through galactic colonization. After the 13th Interplanetary War, we had been faced with the reality of total societal collapse and decimation. Now we stand united together and have endured over 10,000 years of unity and peace under a common goal. Every country now exists under one banner. The ideas of borders, be it geographical or man-made, have been done away with for good. Long forgotten were petty squabbles over land, natural resources, and religion, as space travel and asteroid mining operations have provided humanity with our singular objective of survival. Scientists have perfected faster than light travel, but due to the vast expanse of the universe, warp travel became our holy grail. In less than 100 million years, our sun will have expanded so much so that life on Earth, Mars, and the moons of Jupiter will no longer be sustainable. Since a singular peace has been reached, we have been working towards building a spacecraft capable of carrying large populations of our galaxy to a new home system further out into observable space. The mission will be high risk, as an incalculable number of problems could end the journey prematurely. Citizens have been chosen via lottery to participate on the mission. 500,000 brave souls will travel in order to reach their new home planet. However, each person aboard accepts that no one will survive long enough to see it. Traveling at the fastest speed achievable with our current technology means that the journey will take nearly 150 years to complete. The vessel will be crewed by people of all ages, and the founding generations will be tasked with raising the next, passing on our knowledge, history, technology, and tradition. The vessel will be crewed by people of all ages, and the founding generation will be tasked with raising the next, passing on our knowledge, history, technology, and traditions. Every part of life, from caloric intake and output to the management of progeny, will be monitored and maintained with a rigid and cold precision in order to ensure survivability. For those who remain behind, life will be increasingly difficult with each passing year. Resources are already scarce and will be prioritized for the building of more ships. People's individual needs will be rationed out by our governing body. While work is not mandatory, those who are able to commit their life to building ships and mining resources are granted certain pleasures. A higher water and food ration, vacation time, and the ability to start a family without registering for planned breeding. In the ultimate quest to save humanity, what role will you volunteer for?
Well, again, we got a kind of a bummer.
We've done it to ourselves again. Which hell do you want to do?
Yeah. Travel for 150 years or die on Earth.
Yeah. Just be like, here, go work forever. I mean, we're doing that now, though.
Yeah. There's not much. I guess there's not too much.
It's not that much difference.
But there's space involved in this one.
Oh, right. See, yeah. There's space involved.
More horrific.
Yes.
Space. Yeah,
the final frontier.
Yeah.
Yep. Damn, between those two, man. That was a great story.
That was good.
Cool. Glad you guys liked that. That was good.
Man. And you wrote this all by yourself.
You did it, dude.
That's crazy.
You've done it again.
Wow.
You side devil, you.
This is what you spent the last 2 months doing between episodes.
Exactly.
Just a sentence a day.
Hey, man, I get it. That's how I work.
Perfect. Can you imagine?
That's literally how I work.
It's a culmination day.
I do forget what I was talking about.
So you got to read the last sentence, and it takes you 2 more days.
You're like, oh, dude, I gotta catch up. I gotta catch up. What the hell was I doing? What the hell was I on?
What does this mean?
Where was my headspace in this?
This was left from ancient ruins.
I must have been drunk writing this.
Yeah, I have no idea what this is.
My
this
state of mind is not clear.
This looks like an Uber Eats order. What is this?
I guess not I guess, but I know what the...
What? I know what's going on. What do you?
What do you guys want when you gonna? if you're gonna,
Hey, how are you? Hey, how are you?
My brain's broken, guys. Sorry.
No. Middle of the work week, dude. You're good.
Yeah, we're good, man.
So, would you guys rather choose space travel or remain on Earth, continuing to build more spaceships for the fleet? Now, given that story, it's like, do you want to be on that ship for 150 years, cruising? You're not going to make it to that planet.
No, we'd die in a capsule.
Like, even if we went now at our current age, we'd probably.
Oh, yeah, we wouldn't. I mean, I guess.
No.
I mean, we figured out how to cheat death.
We did by traveling the warp.
Yeah, but there's a price to pay. It's your life.
Yeah.
Can't mess with this dark magic.
The dark magic.
Yeah, I guess the question is, where do you want to die?
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah. Which would bring you more satisfaction, and what would you take more pride in? Being on the ship that's going and furthering that way, or building and literally supplying the vessel for us to go?
Yeah, knowing that
greater
you're
good.
Exactly. Yeah, knowing that you're part of that, and you're a part of building humanity's like species as a whole future, essentially, of life.
So if we do the space travel one, what does that entail?
So that would be entailing you. So you're on the ship, but you could be responsible for navigating the ship, responsible for teaching the next generation, responsible for food, growing food, things like that.
Okay.
Things getting ready for the new world when the ship gets there. So if you're on the ship and you choose space travel, that would most likely be any one of those professions you guys can think of, or what I just listed. That would be something that you as a role would do.
And then on the space travel.
Yes.
So I could work at like the space cinema on the ship.
Oh, there's a movie theater.
Yeah.
It's just one movie though. That's the problem.
It's the same one.
Yeah. It's just Gattaca over and over.
I knew it.
For 150 years.
Just on repeat.
I forgot all the movies. Sorry, guys.
Guys, I forgot everything except this one. We're going to have to do. Damn.
Well, it's nice that there's a job awaiting for us that I assume that we would have to take, because I'm guessing there's no free rides.
We can't be freeloading. We can't be stowaways.
I mean, no stowaways.
Damn.
Yeah. I mean, maybe there is a stowaway on there. Who knows?
Put him out the ejection port.
Get him out. Get him in the airlock.
Yeah, just blast him out in the set with all the trash.
Crap, he had the movie.
He's holding the DVD.
He's got the reel.
Just frozen in space.
With just dead with that. That's what you want to die with?
Dang. But then in the other option, though, remaining on Earth.
What happens?
You'd be in charge, or would be one of the people helping to get the next population size, like city size ships off the planet.
Yeah. That's going to take a lot of work.
Oh yeah.
There's monster. I mean, we have nothing to compare that to, but
I know.
Yeah.
It's like a bunch of aircraft carriers floating in the ocean, like taped together.
Yeah.
Damn.
I'm just picturing that now. Just literally just duct tape.
Just that and all this, just like have a rope from one side to the other and be like, launch.
Got it. I'm going to pick on Cale.
Ooh.
Gotta be, bud.
Damn, I'm in the hot seat.
Yeah. In the hot seat. What would you choose?
Oh, dude, I'm staying.
Okay.
You're staying on Earth?
I'm not going to see no aliens, xenos, anything that could be out there.
Okay,
there are too many things can go wrong. I could just die immediately on Earth.
You could die in a mining accident now.
That's even better.
Yeah.
I'm not in space.
That's true.
No, you're in a cramped fucking.
Especially me, man. They send me down the freaking mine shaft. I'm like, I'm stuck.
It has to be accommodated to your height. So
just drill one tunnel that's just for me.
Yes.
Yeah. Perfect.
I think they just cut off his shins and glue his feet to his knees. That way you can fit in the tunnels.
Oh, that sounds terrible.
Well, or you cut off his legs and put tank treads.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. Dude, now I'm a cyborg.
That's an incentive right there.
Cyborg miner.
Dude, you'd be cruising through those mines. And over every other miner, so.
If anybody's downhill, everybody clear out, boys. I'm coming through.
I can only go forward.
Yeah, I can't back up. I don't have hairpin turns in this bad boy. I'm wedged.
Wedged
into the oil.
But
I don't want to be a miner. What the fuck? I don't want to get that. I got stuck with that job immediately. I think I would stay.
Okay.
The ocean scares me, but maybe space is more scary.
It's pretty inhospitable.
But it's also like, I feel, even though you said every year it's getting worse on Earth and it's getting less habitable, it's getting harder, but I can still like go somewhere.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Sure,
I have agency over at least that part. I'll be like a deserter probably or something if like I leave the sanctioned job that I have.
If you just don't show
ship, I can't, even though these ships are massive, like kind of beyond comprehension, you're still on a ship. I'm still locked in. I'm still in this giant floating capsule.
Yeah.
versus like seeing the sky or
yes, you'd actually be back on Earth and you'd be able to experience Earth. I get that. Like,
I feel like you'd have like the same sort of limitations though, because even on Earth, your like money is still an issue. So you can't just up and leave anytime you want.
Right.
You know,
we still have money at 400 million years. We're still doing this.
Oh God. I don't know. Is there a barter system?
I hope. That's a nice rock. Hell yeah.
I'll give you my feet for it.
Oh, that's a good deal. Half off the treads.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I can't imagine money would be a thing in that far. But I mean, we'd be able to get our own, like grow our own food and stuff like that. So I mean,
but I also think like if we're doing everything and we're hoarding resources and we're doing everything to like further our thing, I don't think they're just going to let you willy nilly go around.
Oh yeah, it says that everything's rationed.
Yeah,
everything's
rationed. I mean,
food, water, you can't even like choose when to breed.
So if we
unless like you're part of the government,
opt to leave or opt to be like, I'm out. Good luck trying to find food. Good luck trying to find anything sustainable that's not like poisoned or, just dried up or just non-existent.
Yeah. Basically all this is mission critical. We need to the focus is to get mankind off Earth.
Right. Everything's like that. And I'm staying behind, but like in my life cycle of like building these gigantic ships, even though we're that far in the future, it's still like insane amount of resources to do, like the actual framework and infrastructure needed to assemble / send stuff up to space to assemble it to shoot it off.
Yeah.
I think I would still have a sense of pride in the fact that I am assisting to like the greater good of this, but just not being on the ship to like go forward.
Is it the fear of the ship that's keeping you from going? What's keeping you on Earth?
Yeah.
I think it's like, as cliche as it is, like going down with the ship. Like this is our home. You guys are going to the new home.
Okay.
But like this is the home.
Okay. So a pride in your sense of community on Earth.
Staying there and, this was where we were originated from. It's like the home world. So wanting to not leave that, not necessarily like not leave it. Like if they gave me a spot on the ship, like willy-nilly, I didn't have to do anything cool, but it doesn't sound like that's how anything works. Especially in the distant future where everything's rationed, everything's by protocol, everything is being hoarded for these missions. And we know that.
Yeah.
But it's not something that I would be like fighting against. You know what I mean?
Right.
I'm like, no, I want to do my part, but I don't want to go.
Gotcha. I mean, no, you wouldn't be resisting any of it.
No, it would still be like, okay, well, rational mind says we need to do this for the furtherment of the species. I care about that. We want to not go extinct. So this and that, but I wouldn't want to be on the first boarding party going out. I don't think so.
Okay.
That's my answer. Final answer.
Well, I like that. I like the final answer.
Oh.
Corey, what about you, bud?
I think I'm choosing space travel.
There we go. She's off.
Yeah. I think that there's way too many variables that would be left up to mankind on Earth. And even though we've achieved in this future 10,000 years of peace and unity, like I'm still imagining like there's problems with people who don't want to be a part of society or that there's going to be some sort of black market because we've rationed everything.
Right. When there's total control over something, there has to be the flip side of that.
Yeah. Like the palms are going to be greased no matter what. Like it happens everywhere. And I don't think I think that having like the controlled rationing and confinement of a spaceship holding everybody by the heels, over the pit of hell, like that would keep people more in line. I also, I want to go to space. That sounds pretty cool.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. To see whatever, look out like the port windows and just be like, oh man, everything you could see. That is something I would miss.
Yeah. See the vast emptiness.
It'd be cool.
See the cosmos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I wonder too, like we only have like artists' interpretations of what like a warp drive or faster than light travel would be, but like it'd be cool to like see what it actually looks like. What happens when you go beyond time?
Just blinds us all. Everybody's blind by the time we get to there. Like, oh my God.
We're going, we don't need eyes.
Great movie.
Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah. I mean, I totally understand like it's the awe and the new wonder of space and like traveling. That's something that is not done yet.
Yeah, we've never ventured out there. We've never done these voyages, and like you said, the frontier of space is
now it's like we're going
daunting.
out and we're finding a new planet. With everybody.
Yeah.
No,
so
that'd be cool.
Also explain to like, I know we're not going to make it to the planet. We just stated that already. 150 years, we're not going to make it. But the thought of a completely untainted world by us, like we've, dug up the earth, done all the resources, blah, blah, blah. We've like stripped the planet, but like to find another place where none of that has occurred yet.
Yeah.
Or whatever we're assuming is going to be there, to find something just raw.
It's a fresh start.
Would be, I don't know how I would feel.
Unless there's aliens already there.
And then,
well, we're going to have to get rid of them.
Swords, boys.
Bunch of giant monsters everywhere. What is this?
That's why we brought guns on this spaceship.
Oh,
Turns out dinosaurs were there.
Oh, dude, we're back.
I knew they came from there.
Turns out humans were the ones that killed the dinosaurs.
The worst.
They have like their own form of the Bible where like the revolution is
just us.
Revelations is us coming down.
Like, no, a spaceship will appear and just like, no.
Great unhaired apes will descend from the stars
with their
the prophecy. The prophecy is foretold. It's immediately the sound of rattling gunfire. Phase cannons. It's like, no. It didn't take long.
No,
it never does. It never does.
We're just
what
one
brought us
sentence
unity
away.
and peace.
Yeah.
What is it?
Killing each other
An
13
armed
times.
society is a polite society.
Yeah.
I mean, after the
sure that's
13th
true.
war, we've had enough. We didn't have enough of the first 12 interplanetary
the 13th
wars.
one, like, wait a minute, guys.
Guys, hold the hell on. Why? Why are we fighting again? I don't
What
remember.
if we did this, but not to us?
Let's go. You know how we're killing how we're killing each other? Let's not do it to you, not do it to me.
Yeah.
Let's do it to them.
Let's do it to them.
I don't
Who's
like
them?
the way they
Anybody. Literally anybody else.
Yeah.
We don't give a shit who it is.
God.
It's going to happen. But I also think that being part of that like science team, getting to work on a ship of, I mean, the size of 500,000 people living on this intergalactic star cruiser, that would be a sight. That would be a sight
just
in
to be
itself.
In something that big, traveling and what
Surrounded
could be
by like-minded people.
Yeah,
It'd
exactly.
be a testament to mankind,
Yeah, and it'd be like, what in what way could you ever have more of a purpose?
Right.
Yeah, that's a great way to put
with
that.
your life than the furtherment of your species.
Yeah.
There's nothing that you can do from a day-to-day thing that will be more important than survival.
It's like
species.
Yeah, exactly. That's a good. I like how you put that, because now you're looking at things like on a grand scale, and not just the petty squabble of small things. It's like, okay, now those days are behind us. Now it's like looking to literally the big future.
Yeah,
getting mankind out and getting them away from a dying planet and starting a new and fresh.
A dying solar system.
Yeah, dying solar system. Yeah,
nothing
literally
is going to survive.
Because once the sun is gone, it's going to consume everything and then be a white dwarf.
Yeah.
And that's it. Yeah. And then we'll blow up and turn into a black hole.
It's fine. It's fine.
That will be something to see.
Yeah.
I'm hoping to see that. That's why I
That'd be
stay.
kind of cool to witness, like
Just going to
flying by a black hole. Look at that.
Well,
Look at that over
my
there.
question is, I wonder if he would see it because of we talked while writing this of like how time works in space.
Right.
Like
Oh, yeah.
the moment you speed up to or past the speed of light, or
You're
the
like
moment
getting
that
past.
you hit that warp travel, everything is already in the past. Like
Yeah, you're
the
already
sun
gone.
is fucking exploded, like, and singularity itself, and Earth is gone
Yeah.
the moment you leave.
Yeah.
Just like that's
It's just boom.
Yeah,
Done.
and
Everything, but like, what a feeling for you, and possibly you, Xavier, if you also choose that. Like, everything else doesn't matter anymore.
yeah, nothing
There's
matters.
nothing.
This is it.
Yeah,
This is
there's
the mission.
new future.
There's no existence outside of that ship
Yeah.
for
yeah,
humanity.
yeah.
That is not only a grand idea, but a claustrophobic idea at the same
Oh.
time.
Oh yeah, yeah. Because you're now everything is confined to your ship until you can get to the new planet.
And you only have the one vessel.
Yeah. This
There's-
is our
there's no
pilot
help
ship that
coming.
we're trying to send out there.
Yeah.
Exactly. There's no like, oh, something goes wrong. No, that other ship's right behind us. No.
It's like, well, technically it is, but like it's not going to reach at the same time.
No, it won't. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
it won't be the same time.
Yeah.
You guys are on your own in space.
Yeah, that would be like I forget what the name of it is, but when astronauts go up into space and see Earth as it stands in space, like it's a phenomenon where like you have a sense of oneness or wholeness, a connection, a greater connection to the people of Earth. Cool. I don't remember what the phenomenon's called, but like as far as I understand, like everybody who goes to space experiences that.
That's
and
kind
seeing
of cool.
how small we really are.
Yeah, the insignificance of
maybe it brings it. Maybe it shows how precious and fragile our existence is.
Oh man, one tilt of anything or one temperature rise, like you're saying. That's it.
The planet would not exist. Like if it was off a certain way or it just didn't form right, it was a perfect like mathematical equation for this all that happened and stuff.
Yep.
But yeah, I could totally see that with astronauts having that kind of like a thought. Like my thought would be like looking at that. It's beautiful. It's an amazing. That'd be amazing to see personally. Like if we got to go up to space and be in orbit of Earth, that'd be really fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think because it's this big blue planet in this vast ocean of nothing.
Yeah.
And it's everyone here, our friends, family, people, like-minded people. We're all humans coexisting on a planet. It's like it's our existence is very fragile.
You realize how much nothing actually matters.
Yeah, all that petty stuff.
Exactly. That's what I was going to say.
Yeah,
exactly. It's like the fact that we're alone. Yeah, like in all relative terms of
there's no contact.
We're
isolated
alone by ourselves, and we're just at war with each other and killing each other and doing all kinds of like barbaric stuff. Still, we've
13 intersystem wars.
Took the 13th one.
But wait a minute. Then we stopped.
It's too many.
We stopped eventually. We have to give us props for that. We knew when to stop.
Until the next time.
War.
It's only been 10,000 years.
Yeah. But then we're going to go for the first war on the new planet.
It's like
split the ship in half. Fight.
Well, and we'll get into that later. The questions of unity for that length of time. But Xavier, what do you think, man?
Yeah, I want to know.
Have we convinced you either way?
I mean, I
1,000% he's going to space.
Going to space.
All right.
There's no way he's not going to space.
We'll miss you, Cale.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
Only for a very brief moment.
I'll be waiting for the thing. Oh, remember that guy? Who was that guy that we left back there? Oh, that dude with the tank feet.
He chose to die in a pit.
Yeah, what the hell is that?
Tank feet.
Greater good, my ass.
Servitor Cale.
Servitor Cale. There you go. Yeah, I mean, I would choose the space travel. I mean, I know, granted, I won't see the planet, but that would be quite the experience.
Oh, yeah.
There's definite, pros and cons and concerns and stuff like that. Would the ship make it? Who knows? No. What if something hits the ship and blows up?
Exactly.
It's like,
catastrophic things at every
you kind of either damned if you do, damned if you don't. Because it's like if you stay on Earth, well, you're just going to die anyways.
Hey,
but you could die.
They didn't
in
tell
space.
me that. They said the next ship, you're on the next ship. I said, hell yeah, dude.
I'm
sorry.
Sorry, no take treads.
This is handicap accessible.
It's not take tread accessible.
No, dude, stairs only.
Yeah, no handy tanks.
Man,
we got rid of tanks. We got rid of OSHA and DEI.
Everything.
Millions of years ago.
Son of a.
That's ancient.
Yeah. We don't worry about your disabilities.
No, stupid. You shouldn't have been cutting your feet off.
We'll put those tanks there.
No, but yeah, I think like you said, just being part of that would be.
Yeah.
I don't know what feeling that would give you, like a feeling of pride and just. I
think it'd be a sense of pride and like being a part of the bigger picture and being a part of like we're all in this together. Mm-hmm. Like this is humanity as a whole. Like one big, hurrah to get to another planet and survive as a species.
Yeah.
Like just, and then, continue on. Hopefully that's the plan. Like,
Because you said you were talking about the astronauts to see the planet from space and they feel this oneness. How could you not feel that kind of overwhelming oneness with the 500,000 other people on the ship? And this is you. Yeah. This is us.
Yeah.
All on one thing flying through.
Mm-hmm. Yep. We're the future, essentially.
Yeah.
Like that's the future.
You are our shot at surviving.
Yeah. So
horrifying.
I was about to say, no
it's
pressure
a
though,
daunting.
guys. You gotta-
It's definitely daunting to think about.
You're like, yeah, you got to get there. You got to deal with whatever's there. Yeah, the atmosphere is good. Apparently there's oxygen. Apparently there's water, but good luck with whatever else is over there.
Well, and then with the ship, it's like, well, your first objective is to survive, with the caveat of nothing you can do will help save you in a moment of despair. Like if something happens, that's it.
It's over.
That was the last hope.
Our candle goes out in the night.
Yep,
Yeah, that's
exactly.
it.
Hopefully the second ship has better.
We're like,
better opportunity.
we're right behind him. Run into your ship.
We're gaining on him. Why
Yeah, dude, we're getting them on the right there. Why'd they stop? Boom. Just right through you guys.
Those collisions create the next big bang.
Oh, see, we figured it all out,
Yep,
dude.
cycles.
It's just all cyclical.
I figured it out.
He's
Scientists.
done it.
A big science.
We're
over
going to
here.
take 2 giant ships and blow them up. All right.
Yeah. Wow. We definitely want to get into more of these, more discussion about life among the stars. We'll check it out after this song break, boys.
It's a day in the life of a space mechanic. When things go to hell, don't you panic. He's got stopping boots and a suit of metal. Fixing all the issues he'll never settle. Trillions of miles from our destination. Dealing with the deadly life infestation. Wicked! Wicked! His name is Miller, an alien killer. Rating 5 stars or you won't get far from wicked. Violent, wicked. Smart. Problems over here, problems over there. Ripping through the hallways, he don't care. Looking for a sneaky little trail. Get to the bridge as fast as you can. Fighting for our life and destroying the marker. Thought we were dead, what a fucking shocker! Wicked! 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 Violent, wicked! Smart! His name is Miller, an alien killer. Rating 5 stars or you won't get far. Wicked! Violent killer! Wicked! Wicked! Smart!
All right, welcome back. Thank you for tuning in once again. And after listening to that song, I hope you guys are ready.
Oh, dude. The audience
For
is
Space
juiced.
Jam.
They're juiced up.
Yeah.
There's
I've
no
been
way.
juicing to
Oh, he's
prepare me
juicing.
for
Nice.
space.
Pure
Space,
anabolics.
Yeah. I'm strong, but I'm real angry about it.
Oh, I'm pissed that I wasn't this strong before.
I'm strong, but I'm real angry about it.
God damn it.
It's the price to pay, man. It's worth it every
It
time.
makes me so mad to think about how weak I was.
And now that I'm so much stronger,
Fragile as frick. Look, I can pick this up.
and that's what we're going to be doing on the show.
Yeah, that's how it's going to sound.
So,
That's
Yeah.
that's literally
Half
all
the
you're
ship
going to
is
hear
a
on the
gym.
intercom.
Yeah.
Oh, half the ship. Oh,
Can
dude,
you
we're just
imagine?
going to show up just super
so
juiced.
now the ship has like megaphones. So that's all like we're just
All you hear is
blasting
just
out into
amplifiers
the,
just
into the
screaming.
void.
Just,
Mankind's coming.
just starts growling and screaming into The speakers.
Man, it's like the
Send the
word
welcome
barriers
message.
from
Yeah.
barriers from
Yeah,
40K. You can hear them chanting from space.
Exactly. It's like the most dangerous animal of Earth.
That's going to be us, but with like Charlie XCX. Like it's gonna be Brett Eons.
I do not love that. Just like send out the welcoming message, guys.
The hologram of just some dude like flexing.
Send our commissary down there.
We're sending the best. I know we talked about I think we talked about a little bit about what would be, how would the structure of the ship be, like, as far as like governing and things like that. How, what do you guys think a governing body would look like on this ship? Like how would the structure be? Would you think?
I would think it's like militaristic in this sense, like with everything having to be rationed and everything has to be accounted for. You said like our intake and outtake are going to be accounted for.
Right.
That you have to be of a certain characteristic to be able to conform to that sort of rigid rules.
Right. Yeah.
And operate and be happy and still live a fulfilled life.
There has to be some discipline.
Yes.
Right. Yeah.
I also think that you're forced into that, because if you're a rabble rouser, if you're not falling into line, you're not on the ship.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Oh,
Like,
yeah,
it
you're
takes
just like-
it takes a
yeah.
certain kind to be able to do that in the
You're
first
like
place.
molded into it, like off the bat.
Yeah,
You know,
because
this is how it's going to be, or else there's no place for you here.
you're committing to
Okay.
it. You
Yeah,
have
you're
to.
committing to it. Yeah, exactly. So I would think going into it, like, this is going to be the way it's got to be.
Yeah.
We need structure. We need order, because this mission is so critical. We have to do everything we can by the book to get to that next spot, or
Yeah.
else we fail.
Yeah, exactly.
And humans gone. Human species gone.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I think that it has to be structured, like you were saying, like by the book. Would you guys think there'd be more of a democracy in that aspect?
When we were talking about this the other night, I had the thought of like, I know that there's different occupations, different things for the ship.
Mm-hmm.
I felt like from every different sector, every different trade or something like that, there would be representation of that.
Mm-hmm.
So there's not some overarching person in charge, but it's more of like a by committee.
It's okay. Yeah.
That's kind of more what I was saying. Like everybody's interests are brought to the table because everybody has one goal.
Yeah.
But you're also having like representation from everybody. It's like, even though we're on this same pathway, the same goal of what we're supposed to do, that's what we signed up for. That's what you're saying.
Yeah.
right. The militaristic,
But at least we have representation from every group.
Yeah.
So even though the main focus stays that way, I think that's just it's much easier to swallow if it's from like, okay, that's our guy up there too. Or that's the lady that represents us. Okay. We're on the same page and we're all in agreement.
I think you would have to do that, essentially, is having groups with representation. Now, whether or not you vote for that and have it a quote unquote democratic thing versus like, this is who your representative is until they die. And that's it. Like, I think you'd have to have turnover and change.
Yeah. Maybe it would be like the best of your group, like the one with the most experience or the most senior member.
Oh,
is
like a
the one,
meritocracy.
and it kind of gets passed down to the next person. Whoever has the most life experience knows, what needs to be done. I guess the figurehead, but
okay, yeah,
not above you, but like most seniority, like the person that's most respected, maybe.
Yeah.
Of like your group,
and with like the experience or whatnot.
Right, exactly. I think that would be the best way to do it. Because otherwise, like you would just have like a captain of the ship. That's
you
just
have one person making the decisions. And I think that's necessary for some things. When you're talking about the control over human life and happiness, it's a whole different ballgame.
Yeah.
You can't just have somebody ruling with an iron fist, because that's how problems happen.
Yeah,
and if you're in a self-contained ship like this, where the population is going to be what it's going to be until you land, like you don't have a choice, and it's what you agreed to.
Yeah.
Now, my question is, what's going to happen to the second or third generation who is going to grow up in that sort of atmosphere? How are they going to take it? Are they going to be able to follow that sort of rigid lifestyle? Are they going to be the type of person who pushes back against authority, and doesn't want to listen?
Angst.
Yeah, because these
children.
kids didn't sign up for this.
No,
they're born into it.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
I didn't want this. Well, shut the fuck up. It's 150 years.
You want to go outside?
Yeah, go take a walk.
Go play outside.
Long walk up shortboard. I also think that representation by committee also takes the immense pressure of being the only one in charge and like diffusing that a little bit to breaking it up to 5 or 6 different people or the groups. Even though the mission statement is this, we're on trajectory for this. The crushing weight of being like, okay, you're the one that makes sure that all of us get there. Nobody wants that. So like divvying it up like that gives less of a chance for somebody to go haywire or get a complex somehow or this or that. I think it's just a safe bet to like, let's dilute that a little bit versus like, you're in charge now. What do we do?
I feel too with that, like punishment would have to be doled out to like a T. Having leeway go back and forth, like would be really hard of like, well, he fucked up this time. People got hurt, but like you can stay in that position. Like that would never fly.
It would have to be very black and white.
There has to be
no
like,
room for interpretation.
Yeah,
exactly.
And also like, and I know, we're human, but like there has to be accountability for failures.
Yes.
And if the failure causes like catastrophic damage or a loss of life, you're done. You're not in that role or whatever. If you were in charge or something like that,
you've been singled out. You're out of here.
Yeah. I wonder though, how like do you count for like the X factor, i.e. accidental murder or negligent homicide? You weren't at your position, and because of that, things butterfly affected, and now Jeff is dead.
Yeah.
Like how do you punish somebody when you're in this contained society?
And you need everybody.
Yeah.
Our survival depends on this. If you take out one person, that could be the one person that, well, not specifically did one thing, but like you want to not have people die.
Yeah.
So if you're punishing somebody or doing something, like, I don't know what that looks like, but you're not killing somebody unless somebody's on a murder spree. They go cabin fever somehow on this 2-mile wide ship.
And then who knows what kind of like panic that would cause. And like, like we're talking about like following rules to the T, but like if somebody deviates from that and people start like changing things, like 150 years is a long time, and ideologies change within that amount of time.
Yeah. I think I'd imagine that on the ship, there'd have to be, well, lots of resources like medical and health aid, like healthcare aid, essentially. There has to be, and there would be like on the ship, a whole medical wing of some sort.
Yeah, exactly. Medicine,
doctors and stuff. And just to be, because everybody's signing up to go on this trip in this ship. It's like, it's great. And then once you get there, some people could have mental breaks or this wasn't a mistake for them. They didn't want to do this, or maybe they have second thoughts, but then maybe there has to be a constant mission statement or a constant like uplifting
morale boost and like positive affirmation of like what we're doing. You're going to save us. We are the reason we're going to move through. Yeah, exactly.
Mental health care would be a hard thing to provide because you'd have to provide so much of it. Like I think a good majority of the jobs would be around healthcare, mental health care.
I'd imagine so, because like we're trying to avoid a mass extinction event.
Yeah,
and now we're on a ship that if something does go wrong, we're extinct.
Yeah,
you would have to have a big medical wing in general just for the continuation of the species, births.
Yeah,
doing all that, vaccinating on the ship. If you have one illness go off,
end of life care, because
you would need.
This is going to be our deathbed essentially.
Right. Yeah.
The first generation on the ship and the second generation, if depending on how long that generation lasts.
The life cycle.
Yeah, if life is extended for humans, like I can't imagine it being like 200 years.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So, but I think there's all good points that to have aboard the ship and things to think about. Like honestly, like the well-being of man, of everybody on the ship.
Yeah,
like, there has to be. Everybody's got to be cared for. Everybody's got to have. There can't be neglect in any way.
Yeah,
essentially, because this is a long ship, a long haul, basically.
Agreed. So, we can't show up to the thing and have like fractured people by the time we get to the a fresh start. We can't show up with a bunch of ailments and problems and differing views.
Because then we're just continuing the problems of the old world and causing the 14th intergalactic
other stuff over there.
Yeah, this is the 14th one now.
Yeah,
we're going back to back.
We passed through a warp zone that just corrupted all the people on board.
Oh, it's just chaos immediately. I was like, why is there flying letters going around? Weird.
I don't understand these
Smoke and
glyphs.
stuff. What's happening?
Makes me scared and angry.
I'm very angry. Throw weights at it.
Try and lift it.
Just dumbbells. Just
what do you guys think our daily like living accommodations would be like on the ship?
I think it's set up a lot like things are now. I think because since you're living where you work, it's a 24/7 job.
Yeah.
But like you'd have to have free time, downtime. Like I brought up a cinema earlier, but like there would have to be third and fourth spaces for people to just go and relax in and do nothing in. There has to be, as well as like quote unquote open spaces where you see the outside world. So you go into like a green room or something like that, or you get to go and explore the hydroponic deck. So you're around plants and greenery.
You
get a little bit of a difference.
Yeah. And then I would also assume in this arc of a ship that you'd also have animals. Oh yeah. So like there'd have to be caretakers for that. So I think like a lot of things would stay the same, but we would have to like find a way to contain them.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I think, your day to day, you also, everything that you want to be doing like communally, I think you also have to have maybe isolation pods or something like that to be away from people. You're around 500,000 other people at some point, like, even though we have this purpose and like, maybe there's not problems, but like enough is enough.
Yeah.
And you just need to be like, just out of it. Just, I want to be away. I want to be just in complete silence, blah, blah, blah. You can make the best of a situation, but it's still a daunting task.
And I imagine like there'd be like specific areas where you could go to decompress for any reason.
Oh yeah.
Or maybe like a kind of like a massage or something. Like, oh no, maybe like a spa of some kind where it's like you're in this chair that just lets you meditate or just relax.
Yeah, puts you into like a dream state or something like that, or let you just
give you some alone peace time, so you're not. And maybe like kind of takes you out of reality for a moment, so you can just kind of dream or something like that.
You just have to be away from the awareness of being on a ship.
Yeah,
with your end in sight.
Yeah.
I also think that community events would be a really big drive for this. As well as like sporting events, perhaps like cookouts or things like that, where like you do have this sense of community, because you're not going to know all 500,000 people. There's just going to be some people that you miss here and there. So like being able to form connections and having this human standard of togetherness, whatever it brings, a boxing match or whatever. Yeah. Like I think those things would still definitely be around.
Yeah. I think so too. Some form of community and then a form of entertainment.
Yeah, entertainment would be just gladiators.
Yeah. We're running out of people. That's what we do with the geriatrics. At 70 years old, you get to fight to the death.
You're going to do it.
Go out blazing.
Yeah, dude.
I definitely think, you're spending your time doing whatever tasks or preparing things. Like you said, we're going to be teaching the new generations or having our stuff of like food production, all these other things. So you're having a job, like not even a job, like your tasks. Yeah. And I don't know if those get rotated. I don't know if that's like what your sole purpose is and you're the best at it. And then you're responsible for teaching that exact thing to someone else. But I would like to dabble. I would like to dabble in a bunch of stuff, especially if I'm spending my whole life up there. I don't want to do the same thing every day.
Well, I think like that's like part of standard life anyways, is career changes. No matter what age you are in life, like, not many people have the ability to stay at one job for 50 years until they retire with a full pension and blah, blah, blah. You got to go around and switch careers and do things like that. Because like it keeps you interested. And like to further your point, like going around the ship and like, well, for 5 years, you were a farmer. So you worked in the hydroponic section and now you want to work with animals, or now you want to be a teacher. You should have, in my utopia version, the freedom to change jobs in or out, or have maybe a career placement or something.
Yeah, why not? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like that kind of like gets into like another question I was thinking about, like what does daily life look like a part of your ship, like part of you on the ship? And like you guys are saying, like being farmers or being in being with animals or teaching the next generation. Right. Kind of like, what other things you think would be like a daily life type thing for
I also think like going and like food production, being able to feed 500,000 people constantly and having water and having all these things, that's a massive thing in itself. And then waste and I don't know, like cleaning your clothes, doing all these things. There would be a lot of upkeep also for a ship of that size. Yeah. For 150 years, you would have to do routine maintenance. Maybe that's a circulated job.
Yeah. Maintenance crews.
This is like, we got to take care of the ship. This is literally our lifeline. Yeah. So you would have a lot of, I think, rotating jobs also of like you doing like a shift change of this is happening. We're not going to have like police on there. We're not going to have like
space boots.
But I think you're not going to be bored is like what I'm getting at. There's going to be enough stuff to go on
enough
there.
Activity to do. Like even if you're not working, there'd be something else to go do and experience.
And I think we have like a base understanding. It's not like now where like education is so flawed in this country. It's like we would have like a common like at least base level of education and base level
it would be standardized.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So like everybody's at some level, we're all the same. And then you may specialize in something, but we have that core learning, that core values, the core like level of intelligence that we need in the first place. I think that would solve a lot of problems right then and there.
Yeah. And I imagine like go back to what you were saying, Corey, like, career changes. What if in this scenario, it's like if you did want to change up your career, you just go learn it. Like there's a class to learn this field just to get everybody versed.
Right.
Should be kind of like not one person holds like one hat. Everybody can wear multiple hats.
Right.
Yeah. Cause
you have skills and everything.
Yeah. You never know what's going to happen to the one person. If that one person holds the knowledge, well, then you've lost however many years of knowledge.
Yeah. We don't like tribalize or pigeonhole the one thing.
Yeah,
it gets disseminated to everybody, and it goes back to what you're saying, Cale, like everybody's on the same playing field of knowledge. And I think that would be good because then you wouldn't miss the one person, like the one person that, that guy did the job so well. Now we can't do it anymore.
He's the only guy that can read the map.
The crap.
Like, what?
But I think too, something that would be interesting is the ability to have kids around. And not just in school, but also like be a part of the system. There's something that I love that Japan does where they put like kindergartens and younger schools next to old people homes.
Oh, yes.
So like there's this crossing of generations. And I think having that just around the ship would be really cool to see.
Yeah.
I think a lot more knowledge would be able to be shared and passed on if you're working directly in hand with the kids that you're teaching as not part of a school only environment.
Right. Yeah.
You would have so much more opportunity to teach people, not just kids, but people, other things about the ship.
Yeah.
And surviving and
yeah. Oh no, that's a good idea too. Get them be involved in certain fields or roles and stuff. And then as they get older, they get more familiarized with different things around the ship and things like that.
The sense of responsibility grows with the person.
Yeah. Without it being like daunting, like this, you do this or we're all dead.
Yeah. It's like get
don't push that button.
The one button. Why did we make this? There's no failsafe.
Who put this in here?
Who put the self-destruct
button
right here?
Cale's just on his treads laughing.
Just literally still on Earth, just like watching you guys explode in the atmosphere. Yeah, that's the one. I knew those guys pushed the button.
I knew they would do that. Nobody can resist the
Nobody
button.
resists the big button.
Well, what about you, Xavier, man? Is it we hitting the key points here?
Yeah, I mean, I'm like kind of like in the same lockstep with you guys on that. Like it's the idea of having everybody being able to do a profession or doing something they want to do, but then also being able to change their role. I think it'd be, I think it would be beneficial for everybody on the ship to have some knowledge in other areas.
Multiple roles.
Exactly.
Hats.
Yeah. Multiple hats of knowledge. And that way, like I think that just kind of makes the society on the ship more well-rounded in the sense that
Yeah.
people know
for sure.
People know a lot, it just boosts that knowledge up.
Yeah. And there's no, not argument, but there's no pecking order. If you do that,
Yeah.
there's no like, oh, well, we're by far the most important thing on the ship. It's like, no, everybody plays their part and everybody rotates out.
Yeah.
So everybody's responsible for the survival, not like just
you.
you.
Yeah. I think that would make that travel and that much more efficient. Or maybe not travel. Well, yeah, travel and then also like getting to our end goal and just the betterment of mankind and our species as a whole.
Yeah. Versus like us being the teachers. Oh, God, that would be terrible. But if it was just us stuck with doing that, instead of that, you're having everybody on the ship be able to teach the next generation something.
Yeah.
It's this wealth of knowledge from everybody being able to pass that on and doing that.
Yeah.
Like you said earlier, you were talking about getting pigeonholed in something. If you eliminate that, then you have knowledge from every bits and piece
Mm-hmm.
of life as we know it on the ship. You're passing that on constantly to everybody else, and everybody's learning at the same time. It's a very like facilitates a lot of growth as a person for like the next people.
I think that the sense of unity that you began the mission with would probably have some staying power.
I think so. I think, it would stay and if not be bolstered. I think.
Yeah, I agree. And
'Cause
like that would be very important for that long of a journey. Like you said, 150 years is a long time for things can change, ideologies can change.
Technology
But
can
if you're constantly, revamping and learning something new and doing this, like your life has a lot of like, purpose and I want to learn everything versus like, I do this one thing and
that's it.
that could get
I'm
like really
stuck doing
mundane.
this one
Yeah,
thing.
exactly.
Yeah.
Why am I always cleaning the shitter?
But then like, even to your saying, like you have this, again, 500,000 people group. I think that the unity and sense of community would be incredibly strong.
Yeah.
Because like, again, like you might not meet everybody, but you'll know that like one, all of your needs are met and you're in a safe place.
Yeah.
There's
no
where
danger
you could
here.
explore things and you wouldn't have a fear as a child of like talking to an adult.
Yeah.
Like you could just talk to people and share ideas. And I like that I think would make a greater society.
Yeah. And
Whereas
you
like now where like we have the ability to talk to 8 billion people, but like we're still like pretty closed off from
absolutely.
I mean, even our hometown, like I don't even know a fraction of the people here. You know?
I know.
And this is the thing, like now in our current day, like everybody, there is no greater good. Most of the time it's like you have to look out for yourself and look out for these things because there's no overarching thing of like this goodness.
Yeah.
But for that, there is no ulterior motives for anybody on the ship. There is no like, what am I trying to gain? You never question what somebody's doing or why something's happening. If you remove that from people and you're trusting in people, life would be so much better.
Yeah.
I agree. Yeah.
But now there's too many people with guns in my neighborhood. I don't feel safe.
Xavier.
You got to get more guns than them.
I got to outgun them. Here, War 14, here we come.
And another thing too that I wanted to ask you guys, like, what you guys personally, what role would you guys like to fill on the ship? Like, if there was something that, not just pick one, I would say one thing that you guys would.
One thing to start with.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, dude, head pastor for sure.
Head pastor.
Of a one-man church.
Just me in the closet. We were at full capacity, brothers. It's just me in one closet.
You're just in like the decompression chamber.
I would like to, in all seriousness, I would probably want to be in like an engineering department or maybe something on maintaining the ship, the quality of life on the ship, like the air filtration or the water filtration, like something to do that to where we recycle everything. Something along those lines of like quality of life on the ship.
Yeah, so
like
you would be
I would want to be
supporting like the life supporting systems.
Yeah, that's what I would. That's what I would want to be responsible for, like problem solving, like making sure those systems are online. That's what I would like kind of want to be tasked with first, and then branch off from there.
Yeah, that's an important role. It would be cool to start with and have that sense of accomplishment early on.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
What about you,
everything's
Corey?
running.
Yeah.
I'd probably go into education.
Nice. Dude.
I've never really seen myself as a teacher, but in this kind of role, I would, because I love learning.
Yeah.
I would like to share that knowledge as much as I possibly could.
Right.
That's actually cool. That's
Yeah.
noble. I think that's a good idea too. I don't know what I would do.
You got to figure it out, man. We're boarding.
I'm gonna be in the engine room.
Be the mechanic.
That'd be sick.
Dude, galactic mechanic.
You don't want to be the navigator, the flyer.
Oh,
See,
dude.
that would be cool too. I kind of want to be
Charting the course.
like what Cale is saying, like maybe not the mechanic of fixing everything. Well, I would like to do some mechanic work and fixing things, but like maybe charting maps, looking at like the navigation, like you were saying, like
Dude, you could be like a surveyor. You could be like
That'd be cool.
documenting your trip and like seeing the wonders of space and stuff. Yeah.
Oh, that'd be pretty cool too. Yeah, I'd kind of like want to work with like the maps, maybe cartography of some kind, like in that realm.
I also wonder if there would be like historians, like documenting like
there'd
us,
have to be.
us
Yeah.
leaving
Part
this
of-
and this, and
yeah.
like keeping all
A
of these.
scribe.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
essentially a scribe, just documenting the day-to-day life. And I imagine, documenting how everything is going on the ship,
Right.
everybody's lives, how things are going, reading reports and telling the story.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I'd imagine at that point, like that job would probably be automated to
Yeah.
an extent.
Captain's log.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
100%, yeah.
since so many people can log in their own reports, but also the ship can just record what's going on.
Sure,
so
that's
there
true.
is no skewing of history.
Ah,
Yeah, just record it all. And the whole journey.
Yeah.
no privacy. Rooms.
Just
Every room,
cameras in
every
every
bathroom.
room. What are you doing?
What are you doing in there?
Okay.
The ship becomes
pooping
sentient.
weird.
Yeah, the ship turns on.
Why is he sitting sideways in the toilet?
Let's give it an upper decker. Sitting on top.
Just go over the
only way-
intercom. You're facing the wrong way.
It's the only way you get in
The guy's
trouble
like,
on the ship.
"Oh, whoops.
Oh,
Thanks,
dude, I
dude.
didn't know.
Thanks.
There's no graphics in here.
Oh man, that's great. Well, I definitely got to get more into
Double decker.
No, not double deckers. But yeah, after we get back from this next break, we want to talk about what life will be like on Earth.
Hell.
Oh, well,
Corey's
My
giving
house.
a little tidbit. It might be hell.
Yeah.
come on. Guys, come
I'm
on.
getting angry just thinking about it.
Just roided up.
Oh boy. Enjoy the song break.
While they head to the stars, we stay behind. Our last contribution for mankind to survive. Grow all the food and build up the fleet. Terraforming other worlds is no easy feat. Last days of humanity on Earth are here. Launch into hyperdrive, that the future is near. Left behind as the last of our kind. Duty before self overwhelms the mind. This right here is the life of the damned. Not quite the future that we had planned. City-sized ships carrying our last hopes. Build up the fleet, no time to mope. Focus on the mission at hand. Against extinction, our last stand. Time running out right in front of our eyes. Paradise found somewhere in the sky. Don't cry for us, the ones left down here. Impending doom, but the mission was clear. The best and the brightest all aboard. Cooperation from all has faith restored. The good of all over sense of self. Go now, travelers, and give them hell. This right here is the life of the damned. Not quite the future that we had planned. City-sized ships carrying our last hopes. Build up the fleet, no time to mope. Focus on the mission at hand. Against extinction, our last stand. us, the ones left down here, impending doom, but the mission was clear. The best and the brightest all aboard. Cooperation from all has faith restored. The good of all over sense of self. Go now, travelers, and give them hell. Yeah, this right here is the life of the damned. Not quite the future that we had planned. City-side ships carrying our last hopes. Build up the fleet, no time to mope. Focus on the mission at hand. Against extinction, our last stand.
I'm on.
You're on. This is live, buddy.
This is live. Welcome back, everybody. Thank you for tuning in once again. I hope you liked that last song
Hell yeah.
about life on Earth.
How could they not? So fun.
Yeah, they
so
can't.
whimsical.
They can't. They just can't.
No, they can't. They're
Yeah.
not allowed to not like it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
It's forced.
No,
Forced
it is.
enjoyment.
It's mandatory.
it's
Mandatory
you
listening.
have to enjoy this. Now we're going to dive into life among the damned. Okay.
Ooh.
That's Earth.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yes.
Earth's
Damn
having
it.
a bad time.
So we're just going to talk about. So we're just going to talk about what's happening right now.
Exactly.
Oh,
Okay.
perfect.
This is
Current event.
precursor.
Yeah, who wants to hear about our politics?
Yeah. We're going hardcore.
Where's that sun?
Yeah.
Now, when we left off, because we left the Earth is in peril, essentially. So, it's,
Oh, yeah.
this is the resources doing
No, the solar system's dying.
everything's
Yeah.
bad.
We need to get the hell out of here now.
But for the folks that stayed behind,
Okay.
Oh,
like you, Cale,
I mean,
you stayed behind
I
to do the mission of getting ships off the planet.
Somebody's got to do it.
Somebody's got to do the job, right?
And it ain't going to be me.
Oh,
We're gonna
you
be in
guys are
space
space.
goofing around.
Damn, yeah.
You guys are at the Space Center?
Yeah.
God damn it.
New space goofing.
I mean, in this environment of where we're at, what do you guys think humans as a species will look like 400 million years from now? I mean, maybe not in this thing. Maybe I'll take that back. Like, what do you guys think we're going to look like 400 million? Forget the story.
Yeah.
Like, what do you guys think that we are going to be 400 if we exist that long?
like
Let's say
physically.
humans, let's say that we've lived 400 million years into the future. What do you think life's going to be like? I mean,
Yeah.
that's kind of an open.
That's
But I
wide
just-
open.
yeah.
I think like maybe I would hope that we would evolve by that time and we're not still fragile and just an
Mhm.
infection can kill us.
Yeah.
I hope we're a little bit
Right,
more
yeah.
tough, considering we're going to go through climate disasters, like for sure.
Oh, I hear it. We're becoming crabs.
Oh, crap.
We're
Yeah.
going to get shells.
Yeah.
Oh,
Exoskeletons.
We
Exosuits.
just rip
Replaceable
off our
limbs?
arm, like, yeah,
This one's not strong enough.
just rip it off. Big pinchers.
Big pinchers.
Clippers.
Yeah. Pinch.
And
Just
some
shit
form
out
of
of people.
tentacle. Why not?
Ooh, why not?
I hope not. It's going to make our job very hard. I don't know. I would always like for us to be like gigantic. Like,
Oh, okay.
Oh,
be
you don't
like-
say.
Yeah. be like 3 meters tall, be like 9 feet tall, and just
That's
be
just
like
the average size for
9
all
feet
humans.
tall, and just like really tough skin because like the sun will be like destroying us.
Yeah.
Oh,
Um,
it's interesting.
Maybe thicker,
thoughts.
radiation.
leathery. Meh.
What if we go through some mutations, like
We kinda got to.
survivable mutations,
What
instead
about
of
like
stuff-
having
Yeah.
extra lungs or something like that because of like the radiation from the nukes we're for sure setting off, and like nuclear winter, or being able to breathe in that kind of heat, or the ice age comes again.
The Ice Age.
The Ice Age, Batman.
great movie.
I would hope that we would be. It is, man. So fucking yeah,
It's great.
so good. Shout out Arnold.
Shout out.
I know you listen.
A fan of the show,
The
Arnold
day- the-
Schwarzenegger.
the-
I don't
Daily
understand.
listener.
They haven't put out a weekly episode 2 months.
It's in the title.
happening. It's in the title. The liars.
Arnold's in the studio, boys.
They're all weak. They're not fulfilling the contract.
Oh, they didn't do it. They didn't do it. I would hope. I mean, I think we would evolve over that amount of time. It's impossible that we would stay like this or survive that long if we didn't.
That'd be cool to think about. Like if our species starts to evolve due to certain things, like maybe mankind, like we're now cancer is gone, or maybe we found a way to get rid of it, but then it like created some mutation, and now it's like this is a betterment of our species.
Exactly. Oh, we can't get these diseases, but then our genealogy mixes, and like you said, we kind of are abnormal, and then it eventually comes to this like perfected cycle of it or something like that, to where we weed out illness or disease,
detect that and it's gone.
Yeah, I think with modern medicine going the way that it is and having more preventative cures, not just vaccines, but like if we want to go into the scary eugenics side of this, like gene editing and things like that, and taking out things like MS or Huntington's disease that is passed on through your progeny, because that's your chromosomes and DNA makes up the next thing.
Yeah.
I think that getting rid of those flaws, quote unquote flaws, going forward would be a lot more extensive.
Absolutely.
Trying to find the Ubermensch.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Basically, we're trying to do the survival of the species. We're going to weed out everything that can kill us, or everything that makes ailments or makes life imperfect.
Yeah. Let's get humanity to a point where we're now not we don't succumb to that kind of stuff anymore.
We're not fragile anymore. We have these ways to combat that through medicine or through.
I like that.
And if not medicine, then outright technology.
Yeah, exactly.
Having we're developing true to life exoskeletons right now that are helping people who can't walk again.
Yeah, exactly. So why not have a device or a suit or even prosthetics?
Yeah,
that are now. This is like I lost my arm in an accident. I lost my arm due to a birth defect. Now I have a mechanical arm, or even a human resembling arm.
Yeah, like living tissue of a living exoskeleton.
Hell
well,
yeah.
and I brought up tentacles before, but like that's like one of the things that the appendages that would be almost better than an arm because they don't have a rigid structure. They can't really break because they can bend.
Right.
And
like
it's living matter.
Yeah. Yeah. And it somewhat regenerates itself since it's just softer cells.
That could be something too. Like, our cells can regenerate faster.
Yeah.
Stay younger longer.
Live longer. Like our organs, like, also like with the advancement of this isn't necessarily a like human thing, but like our nutrition, maybe at that point we don't have these pollutants in our body or anything like that. So our we don't have microplastics
in our brain.
Yeah. So like the quality our quality of life could go up. Just innately from not having, shit in our bodies.
Yeah.
One would literal poop.
No pooping at all.
We don't feast anymore.
I just wanted to teleport out of my body.
Get it out of here.
Sucking up the sun.
You know what I think is? I think that race wouldn't really be a thing anymore because we talked about like the unifying humanity as a species and getting rid of race as an idea because it doesn't really mean anything in the grand scheme of things. But like also like
never did.
With all this race mixing,
God damn it!
You just have people become more of a standardized, I guess, color. There would always, I think, be this melanin divide of lighter versus darker in your skin tone.
Right.
And hopefully the hierarchies of that would be lost to time. But I think that there would be a lot more people that would look the same.
Yes.
You know what? Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. At least like in skin tone, I would imagine.
Yeah.
Yeah. That would, because race in general wouldn't even matter.
No, there wouldn't be a point.
Point.
People are so worried now. Like, my dad's from Germany and I'm German. But like,
who cares?
Who gives a shit? Your ancestors weren't born in Germany. Like species have been around for 200,000 years. Get over it.
Exactly.
We're all cave people.
It's like we're all cut from the same cloth. It's like we're all humans, and I think in this I think I would imagine, I would hope like in this far future, like that would be the thing is like, we're all one. We're all one.
Yeah.
You know, we're all brothers and sisters. Like we're all cut from the same
Oh,
cloth.
so it's all incestual.
Yeah, right.
So I hope there's no more.
sister.
It's like
there's
squids.
no
We got
more-
pods of babies.
No more races, but I want the different types of food still.
Oh, yeah. So
I
we-
don't think that would.
Yeah, that's got to
Yeah,
stay.
I
Street
think-
tacos,
Yeah.
Indian food, Korean.
Oh, dude.
Oh, yeah.
Indian street tacos.
Oh, dude,
Yeah.
like a chicken masala taco.
Oh, yeah.
Speaking of that, because I really want to go back to that place, the Mideast tacos.
Yeah,
Oh, dude,
Mideast
that place is
Taco in
fire.
LA.
Shout out
Check it out.
Mideast.
It's on
That-
Sunset Boulevard.
Yeah.
Mideast Taco.
That
There you
was
go. Like there's a fusion.
so
blend. I
good.
love fusion food.
Yeah,
You know,
exactly.
you got-
Mixing everything together.
Yeah.
It's good. It's always good.
Yeah.
Mixing food, mixing people. It's all good.
It's a fusion.
Yeah. Like Dragon
about
Ball
to
Z.
fuse.
Yeah. Fusion.
Everybody knows.
And then this is the other thing.
burrito.
With our evolution, we're doing that. Like all animals basically look the same of a certain species. Like why wouldn't that be our natural
Yeah,
thing over
yeah.
400 million years? We would
Yeah.
look the same. You'd have different personalities, blah, blah, blah.
Oh, sure, yeah.
But like all animals look the same. All leopards are basically the same. All
Mhm.
tigers, blah, 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 that way. There's little variations, like you said, here and there. But as a species, if
Yeah.
we evolve that way to where like our anatomy is actually changing, we would probably be more similar than not.
And
Right.
you guys want to think about something weird here?
Oh,
The first generation of people that left on the ship are going to be different than the second generation of people because of the amount of time it takes to not only build a spacecraft, but also for them to travel. Humans will evolve separately.
oh.
So then there's the question of, well, is there going to be the superiority of the first generation?
They could be
versus
the,
the
firstborn.
And then those two would look entirely different from the people that were left on Earth. We would
That's
all be
interesting.
evolving separately
Hmm.
and we would be bottlenecking ourselves, but hopefully with the amount of mixing that we would need for a healthy society.
Yeah. I didn't think about that.
Yeah.
That's an interesting point to bring up. Like the first ship to make it there is going to get there first before the other one does.
Mhm.
And things are going to be totally different. You know, they're not going to recognize them. And yeah, that's
It's gonna be weird that first like new baby comes out and you're like, ugh, what the fuck? And they're like, oh no, all life is precious. Yes. yes.
I'm tan, but this is beige.
Oh God, this is off white.
Baby comes out green. Oh wow.
Oh, Shrek.
Fuck up.
Guys, whose baby is
I
this?
spliced my DNA with a kelp.
No.
This is my kelp baby.
But I wonder too, like how differently, since we are evolving separately, like we brought up like different appendages, added organs or things
Right.
like that. Like how different would it get? Would it get fucking freaky?
I think so, but there's also like
Four-armed
wouldn't be
people.
like
Oh,
there wouldn't be like predators to us. There never have been. So like I don't think
Well, the
we'd
alien
grow-
killed him out.
Oh well, yeah.
Mhm.
But I don't think we'd have like giant claws or any of these extra things. Maybe something to react to environment versus predator. I don't think like we
Well-
will be hunted or done by anything on Earth at
Oh,
least.
yeah, I see what you're saying.
So like we wouldn't
We-
evolve to
we are the
have
apex predator.
like yeah we are us in the train space train
Oh, dude.
space train dude.
All
That's why we left Earth.
Yeah.
Oh, the train's got
To get away from the
became
predators.
sentient.
We
need
also
tracks.
consider like,
Fuck.
even though it's only 150 years and evolution isn't that quick
Mhm.
aboard life on the space shuttle, you would
Mm.
still be somewhat different than the first generation that started the mission.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, exactly.
And also like with growing up in space, like even with the same amount of like Earth gravity and things like that, like you're going to grow differently.
Mm.
So like even if they are taller, like you're expecting and hoping for, Cale, like
Yeah.
aboard a spaceship, you might shrink because you just don't need to fill the role.
Right. That could be.
yeah.
It's a lot of variables. So I mean, we're just pulling
Yeah.
at straws here, but like it's cool to think about like that far out, like how
Absolutely.
insanely different we could be.
Well, yeah. I mean,
that
imagine like if Neanderthals were still around today, like they're us, they would probably more than likely have the same capabilities that humans have, or Homo sapiens,
Yeah.
but they would be a different species of us.
Yeah. Just
And
an
that's
earlier
wild.
form of man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got to bring him back and see no man.
Encino Man.
Somebody get Pauly Shore on the phone. We got an idea.
No, Mr. Stoney, don't squeeze the juice. Space juice. Fuck. Got his ass.
Oh, man.
No, but yeah, it's crazy to think about. Like, I would hope like all of our trivial crap would be gone by that amount of time.
Well, 10,000 years of peace and unity. Well,
That's
you
true.
gotta hope.
That's true.
Yeah, you gotta, exactly.
I hope we get to that point at some point, because like you said, it's just everything's bad.
Yeah. if we're still doing this shit, whatever this
In
is,
400 million years.
yeah, I you know what? I'm done.
It'd be like, I'm surprised humanity survived that long.
Yeah. Dude, the amount of bottlenecking that would happen for the gene pool is just astronomical.
I mean, I guess, what do you think about, like, mankind has survived lots of extinction events
Yeah,
in
we're
the
cockroaches.
past. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. So,
We can't be
who's to
taken
say,
out.
like, in 400 million years, we've gone through several extinction
Oh,
events
yeah.
and just
Yeah.
keep coming back and
Yep.
keep
Sprouting up again.
civilization
and then
comes,
rebuilding.
falls, rises, falls, and stuff like that. Who
Yep.
knows? Who knows if that was, well, I mean, yeah, because history kind of repeats.
Oh yeah, we're on an endless loop.
yeah.
And hopefully we break that cycle at some point, but
Yeah.
we're not.
Getting off the planet.
I just checked the date on my phone. It actually says 1939 again. That's weird.
Have we gone back in time?
Oh, we have.
Have we regressed? No,
No.
it's the Earth that's regressed.
The Earth is the enemy.
Destroy it.
Destroy the Earth.
Bomb Earth.
Start bombing each other. Boom. You guys
The
have the most
oceans.
Earth under you. We're gonna bomb you
Then
guys.
the bugs come out.
Oh,
Ooh,
and
okay.
that's what unites humanity into the 14 million wars we have.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it's humanity versus Earth.
Super Earth.
Yeah.
We will dominate Earth.
What was that anime? Is it Clear Blue?
Blue Gender, baby.
Blue Gender. I
Yeah.
love that.
That
Yeah.
anime rocks. I'm a small tangent. I'm watching Outlaw Star
Yeah,
again right
dude.
now.
Yeah.
The Blue Gender, I have the box set of.
I remember
Yes.
watching
You
it
let me
with you,
borrow
dude.
it,
I remember
yeah.
watching
Dude,
it.
I made everyone watch
Yes.
it.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a great show.
So cool.
Check out Blue Gender and Outlaw
It's really
Star.
good.
Yeah.
Good 90s animes.
It's like good Tremors.
That's what reminded me when you guys
Yeah.
said fighting Earth and stuff. Like,
Fight the Earth.
because that's what, like, the premise was, like, Earth's like,
Earth needs to heal by getting rid of the cockroaches that humans
Damn
are.
parasites.
Yeah, there's always a balance to it.
right.
Yeah, I like
It's
the
a cycle.
philosophy of
Yeah.
it. It was interesting.
A life balance. It's a balancing act type
But that's
thing.
like the one thing that humans do have, and I return to this again, is the ability to create technology. There's really no other thing living that we know of that can create or do as much as we can.
Yeah.
No.
And that's why I think we would really be able to survive mass extinction events to some scale.
I think, yeah. I
One
think,
of us will figure it out.
Yeah. I think there's a will to survive, and then in the human spirit, essentially, like this.
Yeah, we have that innate like survive like hardwired into our brain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like you need to live. We need to still be around, blah, blah, blah. That's ingrained in us. That's why our bodies fight so hard to keep us alive when we have traumatic things happen to us or
Mhm.
these insane injuries.
Yeah.
Oh,
Our
yeah.
bodies naturally respond to have you live. Adrenaline,
Agonal
all these
breathing.
other things. Exactly.
Yeah.
You're forced
Yeah.
to live.
Isn't it something like you can't, like, drown yourself on purpose? Like your body will, like, fight you to
I don't
come up.
know.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it depends how you drown yourself.
Like if you're
If
putting
you just
yourself
like get
underwater,
body water.
yeah, or just try to try to
diving
stay
in.
underwater as long as you can.
Everybody's like,
I'm going to try it out after the show.
Nice. That's
All
the
of this
new ice bucket
existential
challenge.
thinking
Yeah.
has really gotten me down in the dumps.
Yeah, tag 3 of your friends in the drown bucket challenge.
Oh my god!
One bucket, one friend is all you need. The drown bucket challenge. Coming to you on a TikTok near you.
God.
If you haven't deleted your TikTok,
Oops.
No.
Son of a bitch.
oopsie. Oh man. Well, I know we talked a lot about like of life on Earth and what we think it would look like 400 million years from now.
Yeah.
Would you think that with Earth being the way it is and everybody trying to get off or it's either you're staying on Earth to make sure everybody gets off the planet through these ships. Do you guys think the folks that are left behind will innate like human nature to hoard things or try to self-preserve, would that continue once the ships have gone? And everybody's left planet Earth, and the people who left to stay behind are now going to be fighting for resources?
I think so, because as a 500,000 collective, that is the new tribe.
Right. Yeah.
Whereas here,
Right.
we are, even though we're unified, borders are gone, religion is whatever it is for whatever you want it to be for
Right.
a utopia. There are still outgroups and subsects of people who have their own prejudices and wants and needs and stuff like that. And I think that as resources do become harder to get and things like land dry up, that there would be more groups of people forming in order to fight out an existence.
We just talked about it right now. Like you're talking about our innate human instincts. We just talked about our innate human instincts to survive.
Yeah.
Right.
If we're going to have to steal or do this or do that inner will to survive is probably going to overwhelm your rational brain.
Yeah.
Probably. Yeah.
If you're at the dire straits of starving to death, or there's food over there,
Yeah.
but we just have to get in there. I think you're going to opt to get in there. I mean, I would,
Right.
especially, it depends, because I mean, if we're not having families and this and that, and you're by yourself, maybe you don't pose this threat. But if you have other loved ones or a community that you've grown, and then, like you said, the other 500,000 left, and it's just you guys, well, this is all there is left of us. We have to try to survive too, even though, the rational side of our brain is, no, we signed up to help everybody else go.
Yeah.
Right.
Somebody needed to do that. We can't all go.
Right.
But how strong is your nature's pulling you? I think it overwhelms you at some point.
I think I think you would at least at the minimum try to survive and live out the remainder of your days in some sort of security and safety. Right. I mean, if society starts to break, now that everybody's gone and years are ticking by, I mean, I imagine, do you guys think there would be any, well, I guess we talked about like, it would be like more of tribalism stuff. Like there is no real structure as far as a governing body on Earth anymore.
Right.
It'd still be aligned according to our story if we're going to follow that.
If we follow our story,
there is a govening body.
If
things
things
are rational.
Things are still rational.
Earth, Mars, and then the moons of Jupiter.
Also,
so like we're still unified.
Yeah.
This plays like two different parts, right? So like, I think everything breaks down if we don't continue to build ships.
Yes.
If we don't have that same goal, everything breaks down.
As a species.
Yeah.
But also, if we had it to how we're setting it up here, how we have peace, how we have everything, where everybody's needs are met, you are rationed out things. You are doing this. If there is no need, then you have peace. The second that gets disrupted for whatever reason, this and that, like you said, the Earth gets worse every year. We can't grow crops this time. That's not us not giving it to you. It's we don't have it.
It's just not.
And then that's when
option.
the dominoes start to fall of like the outside elements going against your plan for the greater good. When there's no option for the greater good anymore, I think things devolve very quickly.
Well, I think it's also important to remember that we still have at least 100 million years left on in our solar system before it becomes uninhabitable.
Right.
So like,
there's still time.
Yeah, like there's time to build ships, and then with faster than light travel and technology advances, who knows what we might be able to get to closer planetary bodies and extract from those in order to eke out a living in space. But I think like with that 100 million, 200 million year timer on the expansion of the sun, that would be enough time to where like the things that we're thinking about now wouldn't really be that worrying, dire, because like we're not thinking about that now.
No,
like we know life is finite. We know the sun is going to explode, but it's not driving us to become this way or that because it's not a thought that we have every day.
That's a good point to kind of to ground that, because the generations that have left and the generations that are still going to leave because we're still building ships. Yeah, it's staggering, and there's still plenty of time left on Earth for people to live out their days.
Yeah,
I'd imagine. So maybe it's not too worrisome.
Yeah. And if you have unity and peace already, like why disrupt it?
Yeah.
Which is, the question for the madman trying to disrupt it,
Right.
instead of people who just trying to survive and live.
Right.
You have your vacation days or whatever if you're working for the government, and you have your food and water, and you can still have a family. Then if all of your needs are being met, there's really no reason to be overly destructive or I guess get into closer tribes of people.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, I think that's a good outlook on that. And unless there's like the governing body on Mars is like, nope, we're going to take over.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a war between Earth and Mars.
Yeah, exactly.
Which could also always happen,
Always
like
happen.
because
Like,
they
no.
would be terraformed or like the outer system stations or whatever. You don't know what needs they're going to have.
Right.
All you have to do is have something somebody wants.
Exactly. And then we would be supplying the stuff to inhabit the other planets in the solar system. So Earth would be sending its resources up there to that, deplete all of our stuff. We're like, why are we helping them?
Yeah, that otherism would be a lot more tangible because you will have that out group versus you're on a spaceship. That out group is outside of the spaceship. There is no more out group. It's this.
It's that. I can see
It's oddly freeing to have those confinements for the idea of the future. But it is constraining, but it is freeing in a way.
Right.
It's like it's like a hope, I would imagine.
Yeah.
Like a thought. And like if Earth was like getting annihilated, it's like, all right, let's move Earth to Mars. Oh, now we got to hop to the next
let's just
planet,
get out of here,
and then
boys.
we can get out of here. Yeah. No, I think that's a good way to put it. I think it wouldn't be so dire because there's such a time span.
Yeah, that's the thing.
determining.
But that also does a lot of complacency. How do you get this ball rolling saying, dude, 100 million years from now, we need to start right now?
Yeah, the procrastination would go up until the last year.
Yeah, exactly. Like how do you start this process knowing it's so far away, but knowing that we can't ass around?
Yeah.
So when is the timeline in that to where you start? You're like, okay, there's 100 million years to go. Let's try to save as many people as possible.
I'll tell you when. That's the next generation's problem.
There it is.
Yep.
Pass the buck.
Just kicking the can down the road.
down the
Here's
road.
to you, next generation.
You figure it the fuck
But
out.
it's not a can anymore. It's a grenade. Woo, here you go, guys. Catch.
It's a
Classic.
stick grenade.
Deal with this.
This one's an anti-personnel mine.
Oh,
We dug it.
why?
Oh man. I don't know about you guys, but I loved this story.
Hell yeah.
And I think it was a great conversation that we had about humanity trying to survive and avoiding the inevitable nuclear sun death of our planet.
Yeah.
This episode was a lot more hopeful than I thought it was
I
going to
was
be.
just about to say that. I said we started off with dread, and there was going to be a lot of things, but this was a lot more of the greater good and like a positive spin and like a oneness. I did not expect this. I am semi-proud of both.
Yeah, this gave us the mission of hope
I like it.
for an hour and a half's time.
Yeah. Feel a little lighter, you know?
After this, we have to go back to reality.
Oh,
There goes gravity.
damn.
Well, yes, I agree with you guys. And thank you all for listening to our episode. I hope you all enjoyed it. Listening at home. Cale and Corey.
Yeah.
Where can the folks at home find you on the interwebs?
Well, I'm currently offline right now. I still have an Instagram, but I'm not using it anymore, and I'm going to find a way to get rid of it. The only reason I have it was for my art career, but that is what it was. But I do want to announce this is episode 91 of the Weekly Tall Talk. We've been having a lot of fun doing this, but we've decided to call it at episode 100.
Yeah.
So please stay tuned. This is going to be a bi-weekly show until episode 100.
We're hitting that 100.
Yeah. And we're coming at you for episode 100 with our biggest story ever.
Yeah, this one's been a lot of work in
yeah.
the process. We dedicated a lot to that one. We're saving the best for last.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
It's been in the works and it's going to be great.
So we got a couple bangers coming out here. We're going to go out on a high note and then we might do like a little wrap up episode. But thank you all for joining us. And
seriously.
if you want to keep supporting us, please go over to our YouTube channel at Tall Tale Network. We're going to be doing some Let's Plays And then if we do some podcasts after the show is over, we're going to throw everything we have up on that one source.
Yeah.
So youtube.com, Tall Tale Network.
Yeah. / at Tall Tale Network. That's where you'll find all of our content. We'll throw it all up there and see all of our fun games.
Like 4 Let's Play series, or we're in process of uploading the 4th one. So, and we have no plans to stop, and there's new games coming out and there's old games that we want to play. So there's constantly going to be stuff we're putting out there. So if you want to continue listening to this level of stupidity, it's there.
Just have fun with us.
What about you, Cale? Is there any way you want people to contact you?
Nah, I'm over it.
We're calling it.
Yeah, I'm calling it. YouTube's where we'll be at. We look at all the comments. We look at all the likes or the new followers, and we always appreciate the support. So if you want to talk to us, mostly just comment on any of the videos or send us. I don't know if you can send messages on YouTube. So just comment on there.
Our Gmail's on there.
Oh, the Gmail.
Yeah. So you can send us an email.
What the hell is our Gmail, Xavier?
What is our Gmail?
You actually has to think about this.
I haven't said it in a while.
That's been a while. It's been a while since we plugged our show.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
It's up on there. It's a Talltale Network at gmail.com. And send us an email, questions.
Yeah,
we got answers.
The only way you can contact us other than commenting on the videos and stuff. So yeah.
But yeah, check it out. And also we have a Patreon.
Oh, yeah. If you want to support us over there, help us keep going.
Patreon.com / Talltale Network. But come check us out on our YouTube page and stay tuned for these next coming episodes. We're getting to 100 and the last one's going to be a banger. All of them are going to be bangers.
Yeah.
But we're saving a special one for last, our wrap up episode. And we really appreciate everybody who's stuck with us and tuned in and listened to our fun, goofy shows and our stories. We love sharing them all with you guys.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. And with that, we'll talk to you later.